this made me incredibly sad. I'll give you a moment to just digest this scene in front of you. Yes, this is a Secrets Mage with Outland. I mean, that seems normal. But there is something strange on the board. There is a Jade Golem. What on earth is he doing with a Jade Golem? Well, Zuldrak Ritualist. Normally a pretty good card, I would say, but in this instance, if memory serves correct, it gave him Crystalline Oracle. Crystalline Oracle steals a card from your deck, gives it to them on Death Rattle, and the card it stole was a Jade Idol. Of all the cards it could have stolen, it took a bloody Jade Idol. And normally, at this point in the game, I would be stabilising. I'd be armouring up. I'd be slowly developing Jade Golems like he's doing now. I would be shuffling. I'd just be stabilising. That's what normally happens in this matchup. When you're a Jade Druid with massive armour gain. You stabilise, eventually. But the roles have been reversed. He is stabilising, actually, in terms of fatigue. He will never hit fatigue, because he just keeps shuffling. Outland will simply keep drawing him cards. So this game is a lost cause. I should probably concede, but I'm curious. How far can we go? How big can his Jade Golems become? How long can I survive for? There is a morbid curiosity. And this has never happened to me before. Or at least it's never happened with a Secrets Mage.
Excuse me, you are on.
I'm used to it with Togwaggle decks. You expect it, you plan for it, you prepare for it. It's fine. But against Secrets Mage, it just feels so wrong to have to face this. And yes, it's so tempting to concede, it really is. But again, I just want to see, how far will he go? How big will those golems get?
We have many secrets.
And you do wonder, is there anything that could save you? Ysera Unleashed. If I'd played her earlier, there is a possibility you could get some big dragons on the board, a couple of Deathwings, you know, a couple of 12/12s, a few significant threats. And maybe that could help you a little.
Well played.
Yes, well played. And even that, though, probably would not have been enough.
Hello.
Yes, hello. You could tell. He's so proud of himself. Okay, before we get to today's deck, I just wanted to congratulate the winners of the Ashes of Outland giveaway from last week. There are 2 winners of the giveaway. Originally the plan was just for there to be 1 winner, but the response to the giveaway was tremendous. I think nearly 200 people responded. Clearly there's a lot of interest in this expansion. So yeah, because of the significant response. There are now going to be 2 winners. So congratulations to Michael Sorger, have I pronounced your name correctly? I'm not sure if I have, and justinfv. So congratulations to both of you. I will reply to your comments in my previous video with instructions on how to claim your prize. And thank you so much to everyone that took part in the giveaway. I will continue to do giveaways going forward, maybe smaller giveaways once the expansion has been released. So do keep your eye on the channel, keep your eye on the videos that I'm producing, and those giveaways will be announced in due course. But onward to today's deck. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the same deck that I played last week. You can tell by now I have an unhealthy obsession or fascination with Jade Druid. So last week I introduced this deck. This was the Corbett Jade Dragon Druid with some amendments. The inclusion of Loatheb and the elephant, Jade Behemoth. And that was based on the advice given to me by a viewer of my channel who said I should include those 2 cards. And last week it was successful. The deck worked pretty well. This week, I'm going to showcase getting Legend with this deck, and there are some unique circumstances surrounding this. I was sitting in bed watching television at the time. What was I watching? I was watching Disney Plus, and I was playing Hearthstone on my iPad. So I do apologise that the resolution and the quality of this video, as you can see, is not especially great. I was recording this on my iPad, and really not paying any particular attention to what I was doing. Hence the misplays that you will see in this clip are perhaps going to be quite significant, but I thought it was worth publishing this anyway, because it is the game that did take me to Legend with this deck, proving that this deck is certainly Legend worthy. So we're going up against a Warlock here, and there's been 2 or 3 occasions where I would get to the final boss. The final boss before Legend. And I would just lose. Bad RNG, bad draw, bad luck, whatever it is, going up against an unfavourable opponent, whatever, I would just lose. And yeah, I've been in this situation this season 2 or 3 times, and it is quite disheartening. But, you know, I didn't give up, and we got to this game here, this final boss being a Cubelock. And yeah, I was able to win. But let's have a look at this game now. Let's look at my plays and call myself out on my misplays, obviously. You'll notice that he played the Merchant, which got him double Gul'dan. That's pretty significant. And the reason that is significant is because against Cubelock, there are waves of threats, right? Wave number 1 is just the demons themselves, right? The initial wave of demons, the Doom Guards that get cubed, and then the cube gets popped, and 2 more Doom Guards pop out. The Void Lords, that initial wave of demons that he plays, that's the first set of threats that you face. But then, after that, there's Gul'dan for a second wave, there's N'Zoth for a third wave. In his case, he's got 2 copies of Gul'dan, so there's going to be a 4th wave of threats. That's how I like to segment this out in my head. What do I have to combat that? Well, I've got 2 copies of Poison Seeds. But once you've used both of them up, how do you deal with additional waves of threats? Well, there are 2 ways. There's Ysera Unleashed, whose dragons can be quite significant. On average, the dragons are well statted, and a board full of big dragons, speaking of Ysera, there she is, a board full of big dragons can really help. The other way that you can deal with the revived demons is through Jade Golems. If you can grow the Jade Golems to be big enough at a late stage in the game, you can start trading with his demons, or even force him to trade with your golems if he is feeling under threat. That's an Emperor, which is interesting. other ways that you can combat the wave of threats that he plays. There's a Nefarian in my hand, and there is a possibility that Nefarian gives me something that can help deal with the board. But for now, this is just a case of me gaining armor, dealing with these initial demons that he's playing. There's also a possibility that if I play Ysera Unleashed early, that I can develop a board full of big dragons, but he's going to get to turn 10 very soon, and I suspect that the first Gul'dan will be played in 2 turns. So yeah, a board full of Ysera's dragons may not be overly impactful now at this point in the game. Wow, Dark Skies. Damaging his own minions in the process, I find that interesting. I assume he's just trying to clear hand space, maybe. Or just really desperate to kill Vargoth, of course. Okay, how badly do we want to kill the Emperor? Pretty badly, I think. And with 9 mana, I'm going to go with Ysera Unleashed. He's 1 turn away. Oh god, that's a Mal'Ganis. He's 1 turn away from Gul'dan. No doubt Gul'dan will come down next turn if we kill the Mal'Ganis, perhaps? Okay, that's not a Dream Portal. I was hoping to get a little chain of Dream Portals going there. Didn't happen. So, faced with this board, there's no apparent way to kill the Mal'Ganis. What do we get? A Twisted Knowledge. It could actually be positive for us. But, for now, maybe not what I was hoping for. Demon Heart could help remove something from the board. Okay, this is Iliax. Some more birds are going to be coming our way. So this is looking pretty bad for us at this point. There is no easy way to get to that Mal'Ganis, unfortunately. The Dark Skies could help us. Rin is fascinating, actually, but we're not going to take the Rin. It's too slow. We are going to take the Void Lord. The Void Lord will buy us a little bit more time in terms of gathering our resources. Okay, so I now know what's going to happen. We've killed off the Mal'Ganis. He's going to trade the bird into the Ysera. And here will come, Gul'dan, wave 1, or first wave of Gul'dan. So there is another one in the hand. Alright, what is he? He doesn't get the Mal'Ganis back, which is really, really good. There are 3 Void Walkers on the board, which is excellent. 2 Void Callers, so if we kill them, maybe they'll bring out Doom Guards, perhaps? That's a possibility. So we're just waiting now for Poison Seeds, I think. Probably should have drawn first, but it's fine. And I'm going to value armoring up here. I could have killed a 1-3, but that gives him a board space to play something else. So I just want to hold off on that for the time being. So if you look at his trades here, he's setting us up for a Defile. I think that's become pretty obvious. There it is. And let's see if the Void Callers put anything down, and they do not. How interesting, they do not. There are no demons in hand. That's pretty awkward. Okay. So I could just slam a Void Lord down here. That's an option. Buys a bit more time. Or I could just go to work on his board. I have Dark Skies, but not sure how much that would do here. So maybe we take advantage of Zuldrat Ritualist only summoning 2 1-drops for him rather than 3, develop Aya, so we're growing the Jade Golems. He's going to have to trade into the Taunt, so that's going to absorb 9 attack at least, which is pretty good. And we'll see if he ignores the Aya here. Well, he's thinking of trading. Perhaps wanting to protect his Void Lord, I suspect. Oh wow, he really wants the Void Lords. Okay, so slamming a Taunt down is pretty helpful. We know that there is going to be a second Gul'dan. The more Void Walkers he generates, perhaps the better it is. Perhaps it dilutes the pool a little bit more. So happy to see them get killed, happy to see them get generated. But yeah, 4 Void Lords on the board. Pretty scary. That's a bird. We don't like birds. So I'm going to stall out a bit more. We're buffing the Spellstone. So it means we could deal easily with one of the Void Lords. And we're just going to wait. I'm reluctant to use that Poison Seeds. It is an incredibly valuable resource. So he's going to hold out and see how things go. At this point, I want to see if I can deal with this board without using the Poison Seeds, because I'm aware that there is a second Gul'dan and potentially N'Zoth to come as well. So I want to see if we can save the Poison Seeds for that. But we are taking a fair amount of face damage now. That armour is being shredded. So maybe I'll have no choice. Maybe I'll have to use the Poison Seeds. I only get 1 Dream Portal on that turn. Gain some armour, draw some cards, get some Dream Portals. 8/8, very much welcome. 3/4, not great. 5/6, sure. Okay, so We do have a dragon in hand, by the way. So we are going to get an AoE effect very shortly. That's very, very helpful. Let's see how he deals with that, if he respects that AoE that we're going to get very shortly. No, he's going all face. Face is the place. He feels pretty secure behind those taunts. Doesn't feel the need to worry. Oh, he kills a bird. Sure. Oh. Interesting trade. Oh, he's making room on the board. Another cube on the Void Lord. Wow. And he removes the board. Because he wants the Void Lords? Did he need to do that? Or he just wanted to get rid of that dragon AoE, right? Yeah. Milling a bird. That's what we like to see. So it's worth noting that the Jade Golems are growing, slowly but surely, and that could become relevant soon enough. This guy does not seem to play Doom Guards in his Cubelock. That's worth noting, and actually something that makes me very, very happy. Charging Doom Guards to the face, cubed Doom Guards, you know, coming back and then doing extra damage. This is not what we want to see, so I'm pretty happy with this outcome, with just the Void Lords, with their 3 attack. Far more manageable, far more bearable. We do need to worry about our health total though. We need to be careful here. We do have armor gain in hand. We have branching paths. Ooh, a taunt. We like taunts. Yeah, and we need to armor up here just to be absolutely safe. Meanwhile, he's going to be hitting fatigue soon, and that could become very, very relevant. Oh, Dirty Rat bringing out a taunt. Oh, and another Plague of Flames. So that's the second Plague of Flames. Okay, worth knowing, because now his removal is going to be somewhat limited. So developing big Jade Golems, having big dragons on the board is going to be good for us. It's always challenging playing on the iPad. I don't have the deck tracker available, so you need to be careful not to play all of the Jade Idols without any left in the deck. We do need to remember to shuffle. That's pretty crucial. So as I was playing this game, I was watching Disney Plus, and I had very low expectations because it was a Cubelock, and because there was a second Gul'dan in his hand. I had very low expectations about winning this game, because I just thought to myself, my poison seeds are going to get used up, and then he's going to keep bringing back more waves of demons, and I won't be able to cope. And the Jade Golems will just be developed too slowly. But as it turns out, that is the second Gul'dan he's played. He's got these Void Walkers back, only 2 Void Lords, and I still have both poison seeds in the deck. That's pretty cool. Oh, in my hand, sorry. And so now, having realised this, my spirits have been lifted somewhat. I started trading there, and then thought to myself, just use the poison seeds. I'm not sure what's worse, actually. Whether the 2/2 Treant is worse than the 1/3 Void Walker, or whether the Void Walker with its 3 health is worse than the Treant with its 2 health. It's that trade-off between attack and health. Not sure what I'd rather see more of on the board. Void Walkers or Treants. But anyway, fatigue is in play now for him. Unless he has some miraculous way of shuffling cards back into his deck. Oh wow, there's the skull. Many turns too late, unfortunately for him. If he'd had Skull equipped much earlier, maybe that would have given him a bigger advantage in this game. But yes, we're out of cards. We are fatiguing though. That's quite awkward. I hadn't noticed that I'd be going into fatigue. Again, one of the joys of playing on the iPad and having your attention diverted to the television. Yeah, maybe I would not have played UI on that turn. Maybe I'd have waited, shuffled, and then played UI. Alternatively, is it such a bad thing? Is it such a bad thing, having played UI? I drew my Jade Idols, right? Surely that's a good thing. Anyway, Poison Seeds for N'Zoth. And this should be the last wave of threats that he has, right? So going back to our thinking earlier, segmenting this out into 4 big waves of threats. That was the initial wave of demons, Gul'dan number 1, Gul'dan number 2, and now N'Zoth. So 4 big waves have been dealt with. Or rather, we're still dealing with the fallouts now from N'Zoth. So, Void Walkers versus Jade Golems. He may be fatiguing, but that's still a reasonable amount of attack coming to our face from the board plus the hero power. That's a bird. It's at times like this that I wish I'd still had another Spreading Plague, or kept a Spreading Plague. So we will never hit fatigue, but we just need to be cautious that he doesn't find some interesting way to kill us. What are those 4 other cards left in his hand? Clearly not demons, clearly not significant enough threats. So yeah, that was a pretty sweet win. Took us to Legend. I'll take it, 575. We were able to withstand all of those waves of threats, misplays included, and that was a pretty good feeling, yeah. So, Corbet's Jade Dragon Druid version 2 with Lotheb and Jade Behemoth, a legend-worthy deck. And one thing that makes me really proud is I'm getting messages from people on Twitter who are watching these videos and are telling me that they are crafting Ysera Unleashed after watching these videos that I'm producing. I've already produced a number of Jade Druid videos featuring Ysera Unleashed. I have said in the past that she is my favourite card in Hearthstone, and so because of this obsession I keep publishing these videos of decks featuring her, and it's led to people crafting her. A couple of people have messaged me and said they've crafted her in golden form, and because of me, they say. And that does make me feel slightly guilty, and I sort of wonder, okay, hopefully they can get Ysera Unleashed to perform well for them, because then it would have been justified. But if they're not winning games with her, then it's my fault that they have crafted her in golden form. But I'm honoured that people have been watching these videos and are really getting into playing Jade Druid. and are getting into playing Ysera Unleashed. Of course, my thanks has to go to Corbett, who is the inspiration behind this deck. The original version of this deck was designed by him, and you can see videos of that on my channel. This version, of course, is the adapted version with Loatheb and Jade Behemoth. Jade Behemoth, of course, being good against aggro, because the elephant is a 3/6 taunt, that's useful, and Loatheb being good against mages and other spell-based classes. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I do apologise for the slight reduction in quality of this video, given that it was an iPad recording, but nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe, give it a like, I would be grateful. And I will see you all again very soon, as always, for more One Mode fun.